Coming up on Small Town Big Deal.
Yeah, look right in front of you.
It's Manatee Mania. We go nose to nose with these gentle giants and learn how one small Florida town is coming together to help restore their habitat. And then we get cooking in a small town in Maine to see how two guys went from making jellies and jams for the local farmers market and wound up with a company worth close to $100 million.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl. You know, most of the country calls the coldest season winter, but here in Florida, they call it manatee season.
And each year, these majestic mammals make their way to the warmer waters of the Gulf Coast.
To find yourself face to face, or maybe foot to fin, with one of these huge sea creatures is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but Rodney and I like to call it a big deal. Manatees can reach up to 13 feet in length and weigh as much as 3,000 pounds. But to watch these gentle giants glide so peacefully through their underwater sanctuary is to witness a level of contentment we just don't often see up on terra firma.
What is it about the manatee that's so magical?
Well, I think for most people, it's what I call manatee zen, okay? When you get out there, you can see those animals, they don't have a worry in the world. That's what we do. We snorkel with manatees every single day of the year.
Brandy Wooten is operations manager at River Ventures in Crystal River, Florida. This area, about 90 miles north of Tampa, is the winter home to the largest population of manatees in North America.
Like us land mammals, these distant relatives of elephants come to Florida for warmth. Due to several underwater springs, the water is 72 degrees year-round, and there's a healthy buffet of seagrass.
Which is important because a manatee can eat about 10 to 15% of their body weight a day.
Essentially, they're not predators. They don't have to sneak up on their grass and catch it. And they're not prey. They don't have to run from anything. They're not naturally afraid. So it just means they're kind of curious, kind of lovable beasts.
These curious, lovable beasts have long been written about in maritime folklore. Many early mariners mistook them for mythical mermaids.
In fact, in 1493, Christopher Columbus wrote in his journal that these mermaids were, quote, not half as beautiful as they are in paintings.
Sometimes it's just getting lucky and catching that nose at the right time.
So we set out at first light with River Ventures Captain Gavin and our guide Irish Dave to hopefully get up close and personal with these Zen masters of the water world.
We slowly make our way through part of the sprawling Crystal River National Wildlife Refuge. It was established in 1983 to specifically protect the endangered manatee population.
See the bubbles there? That's where he is right there.
And in no time flat, we're at the drop zone.
My first wetsuit.
Well, they feel just as funny, just wet when you get in the water.
Now, the water is 72-ish. Give it a minute. Let it sink in a little bit. It's going to be refreshing.
Okay.
That means cold.
Really getting wow.
Yep, just squat down and float away. Do a nice doggy paddle and head right to Dave. He's got a manatee right next to him.
While we're making our way over to our manatee whisperer, it's got to be pointed out that none of this would be possible without the hard work of those trying to keep the manatee population safe and healthy.
Their biggest challenge right now is lack of seagrass beds. So here in Crystal River, the most exciting progress that we've made is our grass restoration project. Spearheaded by Save Crystal River, and we plant a hybrid seagrass called Rockstar. It was developed by the University of Florida, and it has been a huge success. So the 4 or 6 acres they planted has turned into over 20 acres. We're seeing more manatees in the summer season. Not only that, but they're well fed and they're fat.
Each year, thousands come to Citrus County because it's the only place in North America where swimming with manatees is legal.
It's okay to float above them and observe, but the law is very clear that one cannot touch, annoy, or disturb these magnificent creatures. Even so, for many, it's a life-changing experience.
I've seen grown men cry. I've seen families bond in a way that they haven't bonded over anything else. But a lot of it is just that calmness. And isn't that what we need right now?
You got him? You see him? Awesome.
These manatees are huge. I mean, holy cow.
You mean holy sea cow?
Well, yeah.
Oh, coming up right in front of her. Coming up.
Right there. Oh, look at that. Jan, look right in front of you.
Blew a snot rocket right over.
Well, that's a first, although I prefer to call it getting slimed. Either way, that's a manatee moment I won't soon forget.
Jan Cousteau sees a manatee.
Rodney had his close encounter too.
I didn't even recognize it. I thought it was a big rock. You know, and I was right over it, like inches from me. I was just hovering right over it. And then he like poked his head up and he looked right at me. It was like he was right there. It was so funny.
I think we got the thumbs up from the flipper up. The flippers up from the manatees. They liked us. They touched us.
Most of the manatees out there are just wild animals, and they want to do wild animal things. Maybe 1 in 10 manatees is even interested in humans. As a whole, though, most manatees just want to go off and do manatee things. Eat grass, canoodle, mate. They love to mate.
They like to eat, they like to sleep and mate.
It's not so bad to be a manatee.
Not so bad to be a manatee.
Coming up next, the sweet science of Stonewall Kitchen.
Get his liquid cherry pie.
Man, that is good.
And Rodney goes to cooking school.
Those are the chickpeas.
What's a chickpea?
It's a female pea.
That's when we come right back.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. You know, Jan, who among us hasn't daydreamed about coming up with an idea, becoming your own boss, and then making it big, doing something that you truly love?
Well, here in a small town in Maine, we have found a place that is the fulfillment of one of those dreams, and its roots can be traced to this state's famous and most tastiest homegrown icon, the blueberry.
Oh, look at that. You know, I love my job, but sometimes I really, really love my job.
We torture our audience. Yeah. Sorry. There is the wild Maine blueberry jam.
We gotta try that.
Tucked away along the rugged seacoast of southern Maine is the small town of York. Population about 12,000, and only about an hour's drive north of Boston.
It's a foodie's paradise thanks to one very special business that's based here.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
York is home to Stonewall Kitchen, the promised land for those who love gourmet jams, jellies, and other mouth-watering specialty foods.
How many different products do you have now?
At any given time, we have 450 Stonewall Kitchen products.
Wow.
And those products can be found at over 8,500 locations across the U.S. and around the world. It also boasts 9 company stores, including this one at Stonewall's headquarters.
And it's so popular that more than 500,000 guests visit here each year, making it one of Maine's biggest tourist attractions.
How did all of this begin?
This didn't start like this. We had very, very humble beginnings.
Those humble beginnings can be traced back to 1991. That's when founders Jim Stott and Jonathan King took their passion for whipping up homemade goodies for friends and decided to try making a few bucks selling them at a local farmer's market.
But first, they needed a name.
I literally had 15 minutes to come up with a name to get my license to sell at the farmer's market. And then I looked out and there was a Stonewall in front of the house and I said, how about Stonewall Kitchen?
They went to the farmer's market for the first time. They stayed up all night hand labeling everything, getting everything ready. They went there and they sold out. They made like $200 and they thought, we are rich.
Yeah, woohoo, we've made it.
We've done it.
It's fun looking back at those photographs of us at the very first farmer's market selling 12 jars. Here we are years later making 75,000 jars of product a day.
It's incredible. It's been an amazing ride.
So, enough talk. Let's try some of
Wanna
this.
try some things?
Yeah.
From dipping sauces to pancake mix, our taste buds are getting a workout like never before.
Our 3 favorite foods: onions, bacon, and tomatoes.
Well-
it really is good together.
Okay, hot pepper jelly.
Go
Should we
for
go
it.
for it? Okay. Oh yeah.
Delicious, right?
Okay, you know, this is the test right here.
It's jam-packed with blueberries.
Yeah.
The original recipe for their best-selling Wild Maine Blueberry Jam was inspired by Jim's love for his grandmother's blueberry pie.
Cheers. All right.
Always ready to expand our horizons, we suit up and head back to see where all the magic happens.
So, Darren, what are we making today?
We're making sour cherry jam.
Sour cherry. She loves cherry.
I love cherries.
You're in the right place then.
I am. I'm excited.
Mixing up an industrial-sized batch of sour cherry jam is really pretty simple. It starts out with a few big old bags of sugar.
How many calories are we dumping in there?
None. No, we don't count calories when we're making something as delicious as this.
Then a whole lot of super fresh cherries.
Okay, well, anything that starts with that much sugar is good for me.
That much sugar and cherries, she's all in.
I mean,
Now, when you're coming through, just be careful of this grate.
whoa.
From there, the sugar and cherries go into the kettle, along with some lemon juice and pectin to help make the jam set.
Cherry pie.
Oh my God, yeah, it smells,
That smells like cherry pie.
Oh wow, it smells like heaven. Sample time.
Each and every batch is thoroughly tested for pH, sugar, and water content. And the one thing I care most about, taste.
We have to.
Have to.
Company rules.
Company rules, absolutely.
I got a big chunk.
Oh, man. I better taste it again just to be sure.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Jan wants to get a job
I don't know
here.
what you're gonna taste.
We are hiring.
The only problem I see is that the sampling spoon is too small. That's how I sampled it.
Jan?
And it's like, that is liquid cherry pie.
Good, right?
I mean,
Ma'am, that is good.
I just want to hug you. That tastes so good. Woo!
And when we come back,
Can you teach people like me to cook?
I don't know about that.
Nice.
We get schooled in how to make picture-perfect pancakes. Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal from York, Maine, the home of gourmet specialty foods giant Stonewall Kitchen.
at any given time, the company offers over 400 deliciously distinctive food items on its shelves and through its online catalog.
But its dedication to the culinary arts doesn't end there.
So I understand you have a cooking school here.
We
so
do.
How did that all come about?
In 2006, we opened the doors to our cooking school right here in York, Maine. And
Can you teach people like me to cook?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
With classes held at the Mothership in York, as well as across the country in Costa Mesa, California, Stonewall's Cooking School brings in top chefs to demonstrate a wide range of recipes.
We have wonderful instructors, and you watch what the instructors are doing. It's very interactive. There's lots of laughing and asking for tips and providing advice.
What's so great is you learn to cook, you get to ask questions, and you get to eat the chef's food all through the class.
The class we attended featured Asian-inspired cuisine. That was fine for me. I ate anything, but not so much for Mr. Meat and Potato Guy here.
Very adventuresome when it comes to food.
I know. There's still time. I've never seared a man. Have you ever seared a mandarin orange?
I really would have never thought of that. Seriously, I would have never thought of that. And what's that? Is that?
Hot. There's probably some sort of horseradish wasabi that's spicy.
So just a little bit of soy.
You've never heard of zesting? You've never heard of a zest?
Well, I don't know about zesting, yes. No, I've never zested anything.
Well, you haven't lived till you've zested.
Well, one of those right there.
Those are the chickpeas.
What's a chickpea?
It's a female pea.
So the cooking school has been a wonderful addition to Stonewall Kitchen. It really celebrates food and eating and all of the things that we love to do.
I like to celebrate food and eating too, so I'm totally
We both celebrate that a little too much. But for some real hands-on instruction, we teamed up with Stonewall Kitchen's recipe guru, Stephanie Miller.
So you get all creative with food?
Yes.
Cool.
Basically, it's just a fun day of cooking every day.
Besides coming up with new and exciting recipes that utilize Stonewall Kitchen products, Stephanie also makes all the food that's used in the company's advertisements and packaging.
Everything we put in our photos is edible, and it's all real, and it's all our product, and I style it and play with it and make it pretty for pictures. So today our job is to create an advertisement to sell our chocolate chip pancakes. So we need to make some perfect picture-ready pancakes. Rodney, I heard you're really good at mixing, so you are gonna whisk this up.
I don't know who you've been talking to.
Put a little oomph in that. You gotta break the yolks. There's still a yolk in it.
Are you afraid it's gonna hurt you?
Well,
Look at him, he's got
I'm
like a
thinking
defensive...
I'm gonna wear it pretty quick here. Level?
About, yeah.
Rodney Miller making pancakes? Somebody better go outside and check the skies for flying pigs.
You know what? This is a true test. Because if these pancakes can turn out good with Rodney Miller making them,
anybody can do it.
Stonewall needs to like put that on their ads. Anybody can do it. That's how good our stuff is.
So instead of using something like a cup, I'm going to use an ice cream scoop or a cookie scoop. This is going to allow all of my pancakes to be the exact same size. I'm going to try and make the best circle I can. And then I'm also going to use a little spatula and kind of get the edges right.
Dang.
Now we're doing precision pancake cooking
Yes,
now.
this is precision. This is how you get them photo ready.
Flip.
You're ready to flip. See, nice and golden brown.
That's beautiful.
So-
Look at that.
Then it's on to the photo studio, where we'll see how our pancakes stack up against the pros.
So we see you have created the perfect picture already, and we're supposed to kind of do our own take on that?
Yeah, totally. So I picked a surface for you guys.
Okay.
And we'll start with this. I have some linens picked for you, a placemat, some boards, so you'll kind of layer up, and the more texture, the more color that you add, the more interest it brings to the photo too.
And then how many do you want?
5.
Okay.
So you put that one in.
So we're gonna turn off all the lights.
Maybe? No? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, take a picture of Michael. I know you.
So you want to do the sauce?
No,
or-
you do the sauce. You want me to do the sauce?
Got that one little dribble.
Can I do one? You're breathing heavy.
So then you want to give it a little dollop of whipped cream. You
All
too.
right.
You might need to use your fingers a little.
Let's see. What do you think? Right there?
I would buy that. What do you think, Miss Stylist, Tori?
Yeah, you guys did great.
We did great?
You did, for your
Really?
first time.
Well, we were copying your great picture.
Got a little bit of help maybe.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing I learned a long time ago, it's never let a good meal go to waste. We're back.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal.
The visit to Stonewall Kitchen, so many flavors in so little time. I can still taste the sour cherry jam.
Oh my, and what a great American success story.
Absolutely. And then the sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth, I so loved swimming with manatee.
Oh, and the effort to protect them is truly a big deal.
We commend them.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America. So you know, back in the day, sailors thought manatees were mermaids.
Well, then why are they called manatees? Shouldn't they be womanatees? Some people are manatee repellents and some are manatee magnets. So which are you going to be?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to know the answer to that. Repellent, I'm guessing.
No, I didn't know. I'm just asking what you think.